the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 14, verse 10 onwards. But before we do that, just a small recap of what has happened. Now, Arjuna had gone to Dwarka, and when he had gone to Dwarka, he was supposed to meet Sri Krishna and ask him about the future plans of his. And many days have gone by, more than 7 months have passed by. There is no word from his side, and Yudhishthir is worried. So Yudhishthir being worried, he says to his other brother, Bhimra. So he says to Bhim that why don't you go and see what exactly has transpired over there. Naturally, you have to find out, isn't it? Because there is no word, there is no indication. Physically, somebody is coming and telling what has happened, no indication. But naturally, the portents are there. See, when we say the portents, it basically says there are the signs in the universe. If something wrong is to happen, there are always signs around telling us what exactly is happening or about to happen. Like say for example, before the coming of a great, say, calamity, there is always an indication. You will find that a big storm is going to come. There is a stillness in the air. All the birds start disappearing from the scene. They go and they hide somewhere. Then the trees are swaying and so on and so forth, and the entire universe is in turmoil. This is something which happens literally everywhere in your life as well. And this is what Yudhishthir is observing. He talks about the changes that have happened around him. And now in today's satsang, we are going to actually see what is it that is happening around him. Alright? So now let us start today's satsang. We are doing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 14, verse 10 onwards. Just see, O man with tiger's strength, how many miseries due to celestial influence, earthly reactions and bodily pains, all very dangerous in themselves, are foreboding danger in the near future by deluding our intelligence. Now, whether you may think that he knows science or doesn't know science, but in the Gurukul system, there are various arts and sciences that are taught to literally all the disciples. And because the Gurukul system is such a powerful one, you should know that they also teach what is called as astrology, astronomy, various other things. This has been the culture of the Sanatan Dharma over here in India in ancient times. So naturally, the dependency on observation of all the signs around is very important. If you know, even astrology is dependent on the signs, the placements of planets and so on. In a similar manner, you will find that the universe around also gives us indications and signs. It will tell us that there is something coming about. When there is a storm coming, you know, the entire world becomes still. If there is a war supposed to happen, there is a foreboding going on in the background. A lot of things are going wrong. Today the world is in a turmoil. Today's world also. You will find that here in this, which is during the time of Sri Krishna and Arjuna, things were seen. Just imagine, these are the same things which we can observe today O man with tiger strength, how many miseries due to celestial influence? What is this celestial influence? People are under the impression that, okay, there is a Shani. Today, in this month onwards, the signs have changed and things have started going out of hand. Even some of these people, like the Vanga Baba and all those people, they have also predicted a lot of things. You will find that Nostradamus, we know these names because we might have read about them. But there is no need to know. You can actually feel it in the air. You can see it around yourself. And this is what is keeping us going. The celestial influence. In the Indian astrological system, it is the moon which we take in. So it's a moon sign. In the Western world, it is the sun signs. The influence of the moon and the sun and various other planets around and the stars around, they create a lot of turmoil on Earth itself. Yesterday I gave you an indication that the solar flares can literally penetrate if the shields are not there, and it can destroy the Earth. It has got very dangerous radiations. You see, the radiations itself is dangerous. Because of the moon's influence, we have the tides coming in. I'm sure you know that. The heavenly bodies attract and repel also. I told you many years ago, the dinosaurs passed away because of the asteroid which came and crashed on Earth. Dwarka also disappeared because of that reason. And these are celestial signs. We can actually see them happening around us. So he says this is the celestial influence. The influence of the stars and the moon and any other, planet, exobody, you name it. We have sent out in outer space the telescopes which are looking far further into the space. And now a new theory has come into the picture. Okay? We say that the universe was expanding. Some people came up with this theory. Now there is something else happening. We have found a black hole further up somewhere. And that is literally gulping down things, and there are some things happening over there also. So the entire system keeps on changing. We have to depend on a lot of stuff. As you know, time itself, which we have learnt in another scripture also, time also cannot be controlled. Time is dependent on what? I believe there is a thinking that if we were to have a rocket which can go from our Earth to the nearest galaxy, Andromeda, at the speed of light and come back, reaching over there in 1 minute at the speed of light. It can reach over there. And then 1 minute later, if we were to return back, 10,000 Earth years would have passed. Isn't that a joke? Imagine this. Think, we are going at the speed of light. We go from here to that place. Okay? We reach that place in less than 1 minute because we are traveling at super fast speeds. And then we go over there and we come back. When we come back, and then the second minute by itself, 10,000 Earth years have passed away. How does that sound to you? Very strange, isn't it? And this is where the celestial phenomena also play a part. So earthly reaction and body pains. See, the earthly reactions are there. You will find that on earth, because of disturbances in space or inside the earth, the movement of the lava. Have you seen recently so many buildings collapsed in Bangkok and Rangoon and various other places? The impact was not only felt in this part of South Asia, but it was also felt on the other side, which is Chile. Things happened. So these kind of influences are there which happen on the earth. And bodily pains. Suddenly you will find there is a shooting pain. You really wonder, have you done anything to have that pain? Is there any way of knowing? There is no way of knowing. You sometimes wonder why some things happen so suddenly. And this is where we realize that there is nothing in our hands. There were young people and suddenly the person dies. Yesterday you met that person and today he is dead. The person who was playing the hero, the second hero in Top Gun, he passed away yesterday at the age of 65 or something like that. Oh, nobody expected that. I believe he had throat cancer, he couldn't speak. And that is the reason why in some of the movies he is not able to speak. It's because of the cancer that he had. And yesterday he passed away. People are there today, tomorrow they are not there. Something is happening today, tomorrow nothing is happening. The whole world comes to a standstill. See the fires which raged for a few days. What is there left today? Nothing. There's an island which will suddenly pop up and the islands will disappear. So these are very different kinds of things that happen. All these are dangerous in themselves. These are all dangerous actions which happen. Are foreboding danger in the near future by deluding our intelligence. Your intelligence is not going to work. Why this is happening, why that is happening. There is no way of actually understanding. Suddenly things happen. Your intelligence fails. There is no prediction. Nobody knows. And this is the foreboding danger in the near future. So Yudhishthira is saying in the next verse, the left side of my body, my thigh, arms and eyes are quivering again and again. I am having heart palpitations due to fear. All this indicates undesirable happenings. Verse 12, just see, O Bhima, how the she-jackal cries in the rising sun and vomits fire. How does a dog bark at me fearlessly? O Bhimsena, 13, tiger amongst men. Now useful animals like cow are passing me on my left side, and lower animals like the asses are circumambulating me. My horses appear to weep upon seeing me. Now this happens to those who are connected with the animals. I will tell you, many years ago, one of my cousins was dying here she was dying in a hospital of cancer. And in another distant place, hundreds of 500, 600 kilometers away, suddenly in the morning, they had this cow shed. The cow started jumping and literally thrashing around the pen over there. They literally upset everything that was there. One of the cows escaped. The dogs, they had one big dog and one small dog, and that dog started barking. These dogs have never barked. And they started scratching the doors and barking away to glory. The other cousin of mine who was inside, she went to open the door and she saw that the dog had really scratched the door. Then she went to that cow pen, she went and she saw cattle shed. The cows had upset everything over there. Finally, she had to run and get that other cow back. She did not know why this was happening. And then in the morning at around 8 o'clock, we called her from Mumbai to tell her that her younger sister had passed away. And the portents were very clear. The animals react violently. These animals actually perform a lot of actions which you have to understand. Similarly, you will find that the whole atmosphere becomes very foreboding. It is literally as if somebody is sitting on top of it. A gloom settles in. And that is the reason why you can feel it in your blood also. Your body will start aching. He says, the left side of my body, my thigh, arms and eyes are quivering again and again. You will find that there is a tremor in the body. Now, you will find that the reason why the left side of this part is there is because in the brain, the right side is reacting. It's an emotional angle that is happening. It is feeling it. And that is the reason why the body reacts like that. But how are you to know that this is the reason why it is happening? There is no way of knowing. So I am having heart palpitations due to fear. And sudden fear will arise in a person. Like that, now in ancient times there were jungles around. I don't know how many of you have heard jackals crying out. Okay? They have a very shrill cry in the dead of the night. I have heard them because I used to stay in my farmhouse which was in the jungles. And they would make noises of different kinds. Similarly, the other animals which scurry about here and there, the dog will bark. Animals like cow, they also react. Now he is giving an idea of how this works. The animals pass from the left side. Okay? And so on. Horses will weep. Just see, the pigeon is like a messenger of death. The shrieks of the owl and their rival crows make my heart tremble. It appears that they want to make a void of the whole universe. Just see how the smoke encircles the sky. It appears that the earth and mountains are throbbing. Just hear the cloudless thunder and see the bolts from the blue. The wind blows violently, blasting dust everywhere and creating darkness. Clouds are raining everywhere with bloody disasters. The rays of the sun are declining and the stars appear to be fighting among themselves. Confused living entities appear to be ablaze and weeping. Rivers, tributaries, ponds, reservoirs, and the mind are all perturbed. Butter no longer ignites fire. What is this extraordinary time? What is going to happen? Especially when Sri Krishna is about to pass away. You can imagine the kind of turmoil the earth is going through. Even, I don't know whether you all have seen, the movies on Jesus Christ. Have you all seen? If you see in that movie also, when Jesus Christ is put onto the cross, the whole world is reacting. There are clouds everywhere. Everything is in a turmoil. Rains come down. Lightning and thunder. The river of blood is flowing. And those portents are there all over to see. That was the passing away of Jesus Christ. Here is the passing away of Sri Krishna. And everything like this is happening all over the place. Not only on the earth, but outside in outer space as well. Even the sun is declining. The stars seem to be fighting with each other. Living entities appear to be ablaze and weeping. Rivers, tributaries, ponds, reservoirs, and everything, including the mind, is upset. Why is your mind upset? Think about it. There's a lot of turmoil, there's a lot of anxiety going on, there's a lot of stress and tension and everything. All this appears from nowhere, just like that. And when that appears, even the butter is not lighting up the yagyas. You see, even in houses they used to have butter lamps and all. They are not now burning. So he says, why is this happening? What is this extraordinary time? What is going to happen now? The cows do not suck the teats of the calves do not suck the teats of the cows, nor do the cows give milk. They are standing crying, tears in their eyes, and the bull take no pleasure in the pasturing grounds. The deities seem to be crying in the temple, lamenting and perspiring. They seem to leave. All the cities, villages, towns, gardens, mines and hermitages are devoid of beauty and bereft of all happiness. I do not know what sort of calamities are now awaiting us. I think that all these earthly disturbances indicate some greater loss for the good fortune of the world. The world was fortunate to have been marked with the footprints of the lotus feet of the Lord. These signs indicate that this will no longer be. And then finally, Yudhishthir comes to the understanding. He says, even the gods are crying. They are sweating in that place. I don't know how many of you know that some of these, images of stone, they give of water. Have you seen them? Some of these images, you go and Google it or you go and see it in YouTube. You will find that the images, they become wet. They have very unnatural look. And sometimes it's literally like they are sweating, live. These kind of things keep on happening all over. And then all the good fortune over there, whatever might be the good things that are happening, they are all stopped. The whole world looks very drab, dusty, disturbed. Nothing seems to be going right. The world was fortunate to have marked with the footprints of the lotus feet of the Lord. Now, yesterday only I was telling you that if I were to visit Vrindavan or any other place, the first thing that I do is I touch the earth and I do salutations to the ground over there. It's the ground on which Sri Krishna walked. So we have to pay respect to the earth over there. Most of the Indian temples, you will find that there are those pada chinna, means the footprints are there. Have you seen? These footprints are kept over there so that you can do, go and touch your feet, those feet over there. You can go to Balaji's temple also. The footprints are there up on the mountain somewhere. You have to go or climb up to that place and take the darshan over there. And when you go to such kind of places, you bow down to the footprints over there. Now, when you are thinking in terms of holy places, this is something which I will tell you all today. The holy places have zero value. Even the temples have zero value if they do not have the divinity established in that place. What does it mean? It is the footprints of the gods or the spiritual masters which carry that significance of that place. Alright? And not another. So, there is a place called Haridwar. Have you heard of this place, Haridwar? Now, what is this Haridwar? Now Haridwar is a place where you will find that Brahmaji, after doing all the Pushkar, he's got a temple in Pushkar. He goes from there to Haridwar, Brahmaji. And he prays over there in front of the Ganga. And he says, I want to wash off all the sins that I have committed. Remember, he had told lies to Shivji. Remember that? So he has to go and wash away his sins. So he's standing over there. And because of that, finally the Lord comes over there. And he blesses him in that place. So Brahmaji says, you see, you have blessed me because I have sinned. And now my sins are washed away by the river. But I want to hold on to your feet over here. And I would like to hold on to these feet over here for eternity. So the Lord says, okay, I will stand over here in this place. And you can take a dip of the river over there. And if you were to ever visit this place called Haridwar, there is a small place where you can take bath. It is called Har Ki Pauri. Har Ki Pauri is famous because Brahmaji did the tapas over there, and the feet of Vishnu, Sri Krishna maybe, is there down below in that place. And if you are to take bath over there in that water, it is believed that the sins will get washed away. So the feet of the Lord are there. Okay? So Har Ki Pauri is for that reason. Similarly, you will find that Shankaracharya also did the same thing. The feet of the Lord are extremely important. The reason why people bow down at the feet of Sri Krishna is because the Ganga flows from his feet. Alright? So the feet have more significance. And these are the lotus feet of the Lord. Narmada, Krishna, Kaveri, all these rivers that are there, very famous rivers are there in India. They all carry the footprints of the Lord. Even Sri Ram himself, has he not worshipped that linga over there in Rameshwaram? Right? There is also a temple nearby over here, 100 kilometers, where the Jatayu's, this thing happened. There are two lingas over there. If you go to Sri Lanka, Sirigaya, you will find that there are the footprints of the Lord. And they are very important. These footprints we have to pray to. Similarly, all the gurus, we pray at their feet, at Sai Baba's feet. You will find that the water started coming from his big toe, isn't it? We know that in the Sai Satcharit. It happens like that. O Brahmana, Shaunaka, while Maharashtra Yudhishthir, observing the inauspicious signs on the earth at that time, was thus thinking to himself, Arjuna came back from the city of Yadus, that is Dwarka. So Arjuna, who had gone over there, remember, that is why the problem was that for 7 months he had disappeared somewhere. So he came back. He bowed at the feet of the king. The king saw that his dejection was unprecedented. His head was down and tears glided from his lotus eyes. Seeing Arjuna pale due to the heartfelt anxieties, the king, remembering the indications of sage Narada, questioned him in the midst of friends. Maharaj Yudhishthir said, "My dear brother, please tell me whether our friends and relatives such as Madhu, Bhoja, Dasaraha, Arha, Satvata, Andhaka and the members of the Yadu family are all passing their days in happiness. Is my respectable grandfather Surasena in a happy mood? And are my maternal uncles Vasudeva and his younger brother all doing well? His 7 wives headed by Devaki and all sisters, are they and their sons and their daughters-in-law all very happy? Are Ugrasena, whose son was the mischievous Kamsa, and his younger brother still living? Are Ridhika and the son Kritvarma happy? Are Akrura, Jayanta, Gada, Sarana and Shatrujit all happy? How is Balrama, the Sri Krishna and the protector of the devotees? Who is the protector of the devotees? So here you will find that the moment Arjuna comes over there, Arjuna's face has fallen. He is not in the right frame of mind. And immediately his brother starts asking him questions. It's naturally how things happen, isn't it? So he rattles off the names of all those he knows over there. Now imagine, there are so many relatives of his over there. They're all related. And when you go to meet someone, you visit most of the people over there, isn't it? This is a pratha. Pratha means this is our culture. We normally visit everyone. So suppose you were to go to a place, let us say you are going to a particular location. It is important that we pay our respects to all the elders wherever we are going. Go and meet the youngsters and give them something. We are coming as guests over there, so naturally we have to do what is necessary. And the person over there has to treat you like Atiti, a god who is come over there, and we have to be treated in that particular nice manner. So we say Atiti Deva Bhava, isn't it? So naturally, the brother Yudhishthir is asking his younger brother, can you tell me about what has happened over there so that I understand? So please tell me whether our friends and relatives, are they happy? Is everything going on well? Plus he's asking about Surasena. Is he happy? Maternal uncle Vasudev, his younger brother, are they doing well? All their wives headed by Devaki and the sisters, are they and their sons and daughters-in-law all happy? Ugrasena, the grandfather whose son was the mischievous Kamsa. Okay. Younger brother still living? We don't know, no, because these are old people. Are they alive or are they dead? We don't know that. So, he's asking literally everybody, and finally he's asking about Balram and Sri Krishna. How is Pradyumna, the great general of the Vishnu family? Is he happy? And is Anirudh, the planetary expansion of Sri Krishna, faring well? Are all the chieftain sons of Lord Krishna, such as Surasena, Charudesna, Samba, the son of Jambavati, Rishabha, along with their sons, all doing well? Also, Shrutadeva, Uddhava and others, Nanda, Sunanda, and other leaders of liberated souls who are constant companions of Sri Krishna, are they protected by Lord Krishna and Balrama? Are they doing well? And their respective functions? Do they who are eternally bound in friendship with us remember our welfare? And naturally it is, but you have to exchange these kind of things. How are they? How is things over there? Are they happy? Are they doing well? So on and so forth. They are talking. Again, he is asking about Pradyumna, Anirudh and everybody. These are all relations of his who are there in Dwarka. So you can imagine Dwarka is such a big place. If you have to accommodate such a huge family, and imagine Krishna's wives and his children, grandchildren, everybody, plus their army, plus all these elephants and this and that and horses and whatnot. So it must be a very, very big kingdom. So he's asking them, he's asking his brother, how are things with all these people? And are they asking about us also? is Lord Krishna, who gives pleasure to the cows, the senses, and the brahmanas, who is very affectionate towards his devotee, enjoying the pious assembly at Dwarkapuri, surrounded by friends. So, again, is Sri Krishna fine? How is he doing? How are things with him over there? See, all these cows are there. Remember, naturally he must have taken cows to Dwarka also. He need milk there also as well, no? So there has to be, otherwise he'll say, okay, let us transport it from there to there. Doesn't work like that. Takes a long time by walk or whatever. The original personality of Godhead, that is Sri Krishna, the enjoyer, and Balrama, the primeval Lord Ananta, are staying in the ocean of the Yadu dynasty for the welfare, protection, and general progress of the entire universe. And the members of the Yadu dynasty, being protected by the arms of the Lord, are enjoying life like the residents of the spiritual sky. So he is asking again about Sri Krishna and Balram. Now he knows very well that it is because of these people that the whole world is working quite fine, isn't it? Simply by administering comforts at the lotus feet of the Lord, which is most important in all services, the queen at Dwarka, headed by Satyabhama, induced the Lord to conquer the demigods. Thus the queens enjoy things which are prerogatives of the wives of the controller of thunderbolts. So again, when he says thunderbolts and all, these are English translations, okay? Don't go by that. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. These are the four things that are there. So, naturally, Yudhishthir is asking his brother, how is Sri Krishna? And he has got so many wives of his. And he is not asking about the primary wife. He is asking about Satyabhama, because he knows Satyabhama is the one who is responsible for all the fights over there. She is a very dynamic lady. She is the one who will induce Krishna to go do this, go do this, go do this, go do this. You will find that Rukmini is not at all like that. She is a quiet person in the whole thing. But Satyabhama is the one who is the reigning queen over there. And she makes Krishna do hundreds of things. Alright. The great heroes of the Yadu dynasty, being protected by the arms of Lord Sri Krishna, are always remaining fearless in every respect. And therefore their feet trample over the Sudharma assembly house, which the best demigods deserve, but which has taken away from them. My brother Arjuna, please tell me whether your health is alright. You appear to have lost your bodily luster. Is this due to others disrespecting and neglecting you because of your long stay at Dwarka? Has someone addressed you with unfriendly words or threatened you? Could you not give charity to one who asked? Or could you not keep your promises to someone? We have come till verse 40. Can you imagine? First time we have literally gone through the whole thing. So, he's asking his brother also. Yudhishthir is asking his brother, see, you are keeping quiet, you are not saying a word. And if I look at you, you seem to have lost luster, body luster and all that. And you are looking so down and out. I understand you must be returning back from the journey, must be tired. But that doesn't mean that, see, if we return back from, say, Disneyland, you know how children are, they are always jumping and dancing. But a person who goes to a very happy place comes back happily. But if he is going to a place and he is coming back in a very sad state of his, face and mind and everything, naturally something is wrong. So naturally Yudhishthir is asking, did somebody insult you or what? What happened over there? See, you have to understand, these are the inquisitive people who keep on wanting to know too many things. So he is asking, really something happened? Tell me. If that has happened, let me see. Okay. Or did somebody say some unfriendly words with you? Or did you not give charity to the people? So, and were you not able to keep your promise to someone? So verse 41 says, you are always the protector of the deserving living beings such as brahmanas, children, cows, women and disease. Could you not give them protection when they approach you for shelter? Have you contacted a woman of impeccable character? Or have you not properly treated a deserving woman? Or have you been defeated on the way by someone who is inferior or equal to you? Again, these are doubts in the mind of Yudhishthir. So he is asking, so did you not give these brahmanas and people what they are supposed to be given? See, normally if you don't give that, they will curse you. Nowadays you see a lot of these videos on the internet. If you don't give tips to the people in most of the places, they will come and do something to you. And they even start a fight. This has been happening. Imagine in the past it was like that. The Brahmanas are there, Kshatriyas are there, all this. And we have to give respect to everybody. If you don't, then they can curse, they can say whatever they feel like, isn't it? So, and then on top of it all, because he's a man, remember, 6 wives, Arjuna. So he's now asking, oh, did you meet some other woman over there? And did she take you for a ride or something like that? Naturally, that is also the question which can come up. So he's asking, or have you been defeated by somebody over there? Naturally, Arjuna can't be defeated, but is that how it is? Have you not taken care of old men and boys who deserve to dine with you? Have you left them and taken your meals alone? Have you committed some unpardonable mistake, which is considered to be abominable? Or is it that you are feeling empty all the time because you might have lost your most intimate friend, Lord Krishna? Oh, my brother Arjuna, I can think of no other reason for you becoming dejected. So naturally, Arjuna is still quiet, he is not answering anything. So he's asking some more questions. Did some old men and boys and all, will they treat you nicely or what? No. Or did you do some mistake which people have not pardoned you for it? Or are you feeling empty because finally he asked the right question? Has something happened to Sri Krishna? And that could be the cause of your misery, the way you are looking, the way you seem to, all that color has fallen off and you are literally, feeling very depressed kind of a person. Why is it? Is it because Sri Krishna has passed away? Okay. I can't think of any other reason besides this. So Yudhishthira tells him that I can't even think what else could have happened. So we have come to the end of verse, chapter 14. I think we have gone in a, Shatabdi Express, right? Very fast till we have reached the last verse over here. So it is verse 44. We have completed. So we will stop over here.